Good evening, everybody. Thank you for braving the weather to be here tonight. Thank you to our visitors. So as usual, I'll try to be brief. So if those of you who have a man in your life, brother, husband, father, you know that there becomes a point where they find a hobby that they become attached to, obsessed with, some kind of interest. Maybe it's raising goats or military aircraft like Norm. And now that I'm coming into my 30s, I think I found mine. I like big wooden ships from the 18th and 19th century. That's kind of my thing. And so I'm going to use a ship as my analogy. It's not something that's very unique, but I think it's a simple and easy example to follow. So a lot of the things that these old ship captains used to circumnavigate the oceans, simple things like a compass, a map, a crow's nest. All these ships were using sails and sometimes oarsmen, and all those things can be a parallel to the things we have in our life that fulfill us, that guide us, our congregation here in that fellowship, our family, our friends, the way we fulfill God's word with being servants to those who need it. And all those things are important and required as a Christian. But when the storm clouds roll in and the wind is thrashing and the rain is blinding, and I was hoping for a thunderclap right there to get my point across. When all that happens, those tools are very useless. You can't navigate with the stars when the clouds are in the way. You can't rely on, visual with your spyglass. But one thing that a captain can rely on to keep them on course is their anchor, is the strength and the power that comes from rooting themselves to the bottom of the ocean, planting and holding firm. And that anchor for us is our relationship with Christ. All of those other things we have in our life are important and necessary, but useless without our anchor. And a couple of verses I would like to read to you to demonstrate that strength. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. And from Jesus himself in John 16, verse 33, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you may have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So if these examples, if this analogy has reminded you that you need to repair and maintain your anchor, your relationship with God, then with a sincere and repentant heart, you can come forward and we can take care of that. If you are ready to form your own new relationship with God as a Christian, then we can baptize you tonight. If we can help with either one of these things, please come as we stand and sing.